The next kingdom decision that I want you guys to look at is, should we be in confusion all the time, or should we have clarity? Now this one right here, again, is one of those ones where it's just like it should be obvious what you should choose. But a lot of people like to live in confusion, kings and queens, which I have no understanding why they would want to do that. When you living in confusion, you're basically saying, I'm going to move and shake and sway and just let the wind take me wherever the heck I'm going to go. I don't have no real direction. I'm going to ignore all red flags. I'm going to put myself in compromising positions. I'm going to sacrifice myself for whatever, and I don't care what the outcome's going to be if something bad happens. That is what living in confusion is about, okay? Now, does that sound like that's anything you trying to do, kings and queens? Does that even sound high vibrational? Does that sound like it's part of the kingdom? Hell no, it don't. At the end of the day, we want clarity, all right? Here, making kingdom decisions, we need to be clear on everything. You hear Tia Nikki say, be clear on this. That's because we actually set our foundation in clarity only, baby. We do not be sitting up here playing no games. We don't like confusion. We don't like all that extra stuff, that drama. We don't like none of that, baby. We don't roll that way. That type of stuff stresses you out, and what does stress do? Make you look old, and we do not like to look old, okay? And so because we actually make kingdom decisions, we are very clear on everything, and we have clarity. We see God about everything. See how simple that is? In comparison to what I just said about confusion, we see God. Before we make any moves, baby, our moves is strictly from God, all right? We like, do. You know, we quick to call God on our cell phone. God, let me holler at you for a second. Is this a good decision, Lord? Yeah, I'm thinking about doing whoop-de-bam, bam, bam. Is this a good decision, Lord? I'm going to wait for you to get back with me. I'm not going to move until you tell me, Lord, if this is a good decision. Because if you don't approve it, Father God, then I ain't going to be able to do it. If you don't approve it, Father God, I ain't going to be able to do it. And that's when you go back to the people or the places or the things that you're trying to encounter. And you say, yay or nay. All right? Yes or no. All right? If God didn't approve of it, I ain't going to be able to do you on no level. On no level. I'm not going to even consider you if God did not approve of it, because God has to approve over everything. Too simple. 1 Corinthians 14:33 says, for God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. How about that?